Dear friends, some years back there was this advertisement on TV. A group of tourists are visiting a space facility. A guide is explaining to them about space travel, space vehicles, rockets, etc. He then shows them the latest space shuttle. And as he tells them about the complexities, someone from the group poses a very practical question.
कितना देती है?
For those who are troubled, for those for whom family is everything, for those who seek guidance on family matters, and for those for whom family matters. Here in Atma Darshan, we bring to you Atma Darshan's YouTube FM, Family Matters.
Petrol has already hit a century. Diesel is not far behind. And this is all the more reason for us to be obsessed about mileage. One of the first questions when buying a car or bike is, "Kitna deti hai?" Sometimes we extend the same concept to people in our relationships and interactions. We think in similar lines, "Kitna deta hai?" or "Kitna deti hai?" Well, we won't go into that, but we'll ask the same question to ourselves. "Main kitna deta hu?" How much do I give? The story is told about a king who one day, as he was walking in his garden, slipped and fell in the pond. The pond was deep and the king didn't know how to swim. And as he struggled in the water, his servants rushed to save him, shouting, "King, give us your hand. We will lift you out of the water." But the king continued flapping and struggling in the water. The servants didn't know what to do, till a friend of the king, who knew him well, rushed there and shouted out, "King, take my hand." The king immediately grabbed the hand. Give your hand or take my hand. That's the difference. The king was only used to the word take and not give. Unlike the king, we need to be familiar with the word give rather than take. Why? Why is giving important? The first reason we need to talk about giving is because our world is in a taking mode. Let's keep aside the big stories of what we have done to the environment through our reckless taking. Let's talk about our families. I've come across so many parents who unknowingly train their children to be in the taking mode. Typically, they would say, "We suffered a lot in our childhood, but we didn't have enough. But now, I want to give my children everything." Sounds nice. But then, this can make the children fall into the taking mode. When everything is provided to them and nothing much is required of them by way of helping at home or even doing their own things like washing their plates or cleaning their room, they can get into a mindset where they believe that everything is there for the taking. But no. When they grow up, it's a different world altogether. There's nothing for the taking. It's about struggles. It's about determination. It's about perseverance. It's about giving your best. Therefore, in our families especially, let's cultivate the giving mode, where we learn to give our best to each other. Children need to learn this from their parents. Parents, mom and dad, they need to give their best to each other in order to teach their children. The second reason we need to talk about giving is because giving is divine. It lifts us higher. It takes us into another realm altogether, where we realize we are much more than what we are. Our families become much more. Our communities become much more. I become much more. If today we are finding our families mediocre, broken, conflicted, dull, boring, and lifeless, it's probably because we forget to give. A little more giving of love, a little more understanding, a little more giving of forgiveness can work wonders in our families. I know families where even the easiest thing to give, that is a smile, becomes so difficult to give. Yes, it's becoming expensive and rare. Let's also remember that giving is God's way. The Bible tells us God loved the world so much that He gave His only Son. Dear friends, we started by saying Kitna deti hai. We'll end by saying the same thing, but this time applying to ourselves. Main kitna deta hoon? How much do I give? Well, to start with, the easiest thing we'll do is to give a smile. Give a smile to your near and dear ones today. Thank you.